Good evening friends and welcome back to a new video from Pravas Sanskruti, and today's topic is all about what we can do to always stay motivated, what we can do to have an inspiration from within, what we can do to kind of always be looking at the positive side of things. I kept on thinking and I realized that we were always in our childhood told stories about heroes. Heroes, I'm talking about the real heroes, not the Bollywood or TikTok heroes or the glamour world heroes, or for that matter even the cricket frenzy heroes. I'm talking about real heroes who have achieved a lot in life, did good for the country, did good for the society, and so much so on. We were told stories about Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Rani Lakshmi Bai, all the freedom fighters like Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Sukhdev, Swatantraveer Savarkar, Lokmanya Tilak. Why? Because so that we can look at their characteristics, their characters, their qualities, so that we can learn, because these lessons are going to prove as a beacon of light throughout in our life whenever we are going to come into this world of competition, this world which is cruel. Yes, I call this world cruel because this world puts up tough challenges in front of us, while we have to overcome hurdles which are really difficult at times, which test our patience, which test our principles, which test us, which test the mettle of us as a person, as a character, as an individual. And while we are facing all these things, let us not deny that this is a world where there is cutthroat competition and everybody wants to run past others. So while in this world, what comes to our rescue is books like Bhagavad Gita, is books like different epics from which we can learn a lot about our heroes. What comes to our rescue is the stories of such real heroes from whom we can learn about the values, we can learn about different characteristics of their personality and so on. So while I was reading the biography of Elon Musk by Ashley Vance, I found very interesting insights and I would like to share it with you all. So we know Elon Musk is one of the most successful futuristic entrepreneur and one of the most popular, most widely followed multimillionaire of the today's modern world. Now what makes him so successful? What makes him one of the most admired and revered person is what I'm trying to share with you today. So let's rewind a bit and go to the early days of SpaceX, his company. So this company SpaceX launched its first rocket in 2006 and they failed. Year 2007 they again launched their second rocket and they failed again. Now by the time it is 2008 and they have to launch their third rocket, they were almost, Elon Musk was almost out of money. Remember, around that time SpaceX was not a public company, but it was a private enterprise owned by and run by Elon Musk solely. So in 2008 when he launched his third rocket, almost a lot of money and lot of his personal wealth was at stake, and he failed again. So imagine now all the money that you have, all your personal wealth, you are done with it, you have ran out of all it, and still you have failed and you need to succeed. So what does an entrepreneur do here? Should he give up because he has no money? Should he give up because he has literally no resources to run his business? What would a normal entrepreneur do? Well, here we are talking about Elon Musk. He did not give up. He decided to put in all his personal remaining wealth into his fourth attempt. Whatever money he had earned from the sales of PayPal, which belonged to him, then he sold his house and moved into a rental house, and the money that he got from the sale, then he borrowed money from his friends and decided to give a fourth try. Well, we are not talking about a small business. We are not talking about making some small products, a small car, or etc. etc. We are talking about rockets. Elon Musk failed thrice in launching rockets, and still with all the money he had and from all the different sources he collected, he decided to give a fourth try, and yes, he succeeded. The Falcon succeeded in its launch. Now, what would you call this? Some people might think it's a crazy obsession. Some people might think, oh my God, what a crazy risk. But what we can see here is Elon Musk is an extremely mentally tough guy. Elon Musk has a very, very high mental toughness. Now, what makes him so mentally tough? As he always says, he has a very high pain threshold. Because of his high pain threshold, he can have a very tough mentality. He always says in his interviews that for every entrepreneur, this is one of the most important quality to have, that is having a high pain of threshold, so that you do not get demotivated fast, so that you do not give up easily, so that you keep on fighting until you succeed. And hence Elon Musk actually could handle high level stress, and still he was able to, and he is still able to deliver his work, his results, his dreams and his attainments. Imagine you fail thrice, all your money is over, and that too in such an expensive endeavor, and still you decide to go all in and win for the fourth time. Now, does it ring a bell? Does it make you curious about what and how, why? What is it that makes Elon Musk so mentally tough? Why is it that Elon Musk has such a high pain threshold? Well, I think the answer is he is living for a giant cause. Yes, you heard it right. Elon Musk has a very, very giant purpose because he wants to elevate humanity. Have you ever imagined why is he building Tesla? Why is he building Solar City? Because he wants to make world a better place to live by getting rid of fossil fuel based transportation. Why is he even thinking of colonizing Mars? Why is he thinking of building SpaceX? Because he thinks that humans should be able to survive no matter what happens to Earth. You never know, some warmongering leader might call a nuclear holocaust, some meteor might hit Earth, or the climate change issues which we are taking really very, very lightly and not very serious about it might end up kind of making the Earth uninhabitable. And that's why this guy is trying to create an option for us, because he wants human species to survive. Imagine the purpose. Now, such a bigger purpose for life would definitely make you mentally tough. Now, can you compare Elon Musk with other people, other CEOs, other owners of companies, different companies? They might be all very good people, but remember, majority of them are businessmen who are trying to survive or make money. What about their mission? Does anyone's mission come even closer to what Elon Musk has? Elon Musk's purpose is real and it's giant. His purpose is important because it thinks beyond him, it thinks beyond his personal achievement, he thinks about the entire humanity. There is a book called As the Man Thinketh by James Allen, and he makes a very beautiful statement there in which he says to begin to think with purpose is to enter the ranks of strong one who make all conditions serve them and see every failure as a path to attainment. Since our childhood we have learned that every failure is a step to success. But what it deeply means is you have to learn from your failures. You have to see to it that everything that is going against you, everything that is a hurdle in your path, you should be able to convert it into an opportunity. You should be able to convert it into a resource. You should be able to see the boon in disguise behind every situation. And then only you can become a tough person. You can become an inspired, motivated person who really has a bigger purpose in life, a real purpose in life. So, if we see Elon Musk's record also, he has a very clear purpose, and that's why he took all conditions, all problems, all hurdles to serve his purpose. He learned from his every failure and kept going, put himself completely in, and voila, he succeeded. Also, not to forget that he was fully committed to the purpose, which also needs extreme level of confidence and faith in oneself. So let us all try to read about such wonderful personalities, hear about them, learn what keeps them moving in their life, learn what makes them never give up, and let's try and become a stronger person. Let us increase our threshold of pain. Let us increase our emotional immunity. Thank you so much, and let us meet soon with a new video.